relate with that. Hi, Betty. How are you? Hi, Kevin. So we are going to get to cracking on this sign. So this is a fall wreath, so we're kind of working on fall these days. Hello, Ellen. So we're going to use one of our Chalk Couture transfers. This one in particular happens to be retired. However, we just launched our new fall and winter catalog, so we have lots of transfers that would work great for this. And all I have here is a piece of plywood that I cut and rounded the corners. I want this to be a rustic wood sign. So, hey Leona, how are ya? So, we're gonna wood burn this. Why am I not seeing? Oh, there we are. Okay. There it is. Alrighty. So I'm just going to pull this off the backer. So these transfers, again, can be used 8 to 12 times. So lots of different ways to use them. Lots of different applications you can use. And I am going to just fuzz this a little bit. So I'm just going to get a little bit of lint off the back of this fuzzing cloth or towel, just so it doesn't stick too hard to the surface that I'm working on. I have not waxed this because we're going to be doing wood burning on it. So just to get a little lint so that it'll let go. And I've got my little light under here so that it'll help me make sure I've got it centered on the wood. I am going to put a little bow, I think, at the top. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Let's see. I think that looks good. So now I'm going to lift it up and I'm just going to be pushing any air that could be trapped under that transfer. I'm going to push all the air out to make sure it's nice and smooth under there. So with our transfers, you can also use them to etch glass with etching cream, but I'm going to be using a torch paste. Hey Shirley, how you doing? Hey Stacy. Hello Trisha. Let's see. Hey, Bessie, long time no see. Good to see you. I'm reading comments down here, guys. Long time no see. Good to have you here. I hope you're well. Okay, so now I have a little stick. I'm going to just put some torch paste on here. And I don't have to worry too much about putting too much on because I'm going to scrape it back into the jar. And let me grab a squeegee. I already have one out here. I clean up and put them all away and then I'm not sure if I have them out here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just cover the transfer with the paste. Let me pull you guys down a little bit closer here so you can see what we're doing. And this paste has a little bit of an orange tint to it, so I can definitely see when it goes through the transfer onto the wood, it turns a little orange. Okay, looks like that's good. So I'm going to scrape all that extra back into the jar. So guys, as you're watching this video, you'll see a little bell, and if you click that bell several times, if you're watching on Facebook, you will start to fill in the bell, and once it's filled in, you will be letting Facebook know that you would like to know when we're doing videos. always learning new stuff. So now I'm just going to pull that up, and I can see the pattern on the wood, and I'm going to set it back on the real shiny side, and then I'll just take it in and wash it with water, just plain water, front and back, and lay it sticky side up to dry and put it back on the white backer sheet. And it will be ready to use again. I am going to add pumpkin here, but I'm going to burn this part first. So now that I've got that done, I'm going to take this out of the way. I think I'm going to take it out of the way. And put it over here. And now we're going to get this dry. So we want to just take a piece of cardboard or a piece of wood, and I'm just going to dry it for a few minutes. Sylvie, if you want to send me a private message, I can give you the link to where I got the paste. Be happy to do that. Hello, Karen. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Linda. What y'all up to today? So we want to dry this for a couple of minutes. And you don't want to dry it with a blow dryer or anything. This is the best way to do it. Let it just seep into the wood. Hi, Linda. Dry, dry, dry. This is going to look so good on this rustic wreath I'm making for fall. And I just have a little cutting board under here to protect it from the heat of the torch I'm going to use. Looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to take my torch and I'm going to let that heat up for about 30 seconds. And then we'll burn this. Hello, Judy. Hi, Rosa. Hello, Sue. Okay, now I'm going to start just heating up the wood. And you want to keep it moving. start to burn the torch paste. There it goes, starting to burn it. And I like a nice dark burn. So I'm going to keep it moving, but I'm going to get it a nice dark burn on there. Nothing more satisfying than burning wood or doing something like this. Crafting is just so therapeutic, I think. So again, you can see I'm keeping the torch moving. How far away is the heat gun from my wood? It's about 2 inches. That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. And you want to be in a pretty well ventilated area when you're doing this. You can definitely smell the wood burnt smell. Back over and looking if there's any lighter spots that I want to catch a little bit better. looks pretty good. So I'm going to carefully set this up on its stand and keep my hands away from it as it cools down. And we're going to let this wood cool down. But how pretty is that? This is so fun. And I still want to do some pumpkins on here, so I'm going to cool this wood down first. Let it cool down, and then we'll add some pumpkins in the corners. So maybe while we're letting that cool off, we'll do a different one. I brought another one to do that I want to work on. Grab it here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this one while the other one is cooling off, so we can add the pumpkins to it. So this is one of our size A transfers. It's about 5 by 7. And I want to add, it says, that dream was planted in your heart for a reason. I just love that. So we're doing a lot of working on Christmas presents, and these are great for, types of things are great for housewarming presents. Okay, we'll set that aside. And I really don't need my light on this one. This has so much detail in those flowers. I thought this would be really pretty. Okay. Grab a little more paste. And then we'll just cover that transfer. So these are not a stencil. A stencil actually has a hole in it. That is a fine, clear mesh screen. So we can use our ink to make t-shirts and customize anything fabric. I do pillows, all kinds of things like that with our ink. So anything that can be heat set in the oven or with an iron, we use our ink on. So I can use it on glass and porcelain, metal, and all types of fabrics. And then we also have chalk paste, a colored chalk paste that I use a lot. And today we are using, now I did get off the transfer a little bit right there. So I'm hoping I didn't let it sit on the wood too long. Anywhere this torch paste hits, it's going to burn. Pull that up and set it on the shiny side of the backer sheet. And then again, we'll wash these with just water. No soap, just water, front and back. Lay it sticky side up to dry, and then put it back on the shiny side of the backer for next time. All right, let's get this dry. Oh, I can't wait to put this in a wreath. Let that cool down. Maybe by the time this one's dry, I'll be able to put the pumpkins on here. I just want it to come back to room temperature. That's one thing you definitely don't see very often is wreaths with wood burnt signs in them. Of course, this little piece will be a nice plaque for a wall. get a good arm workout drying this. Yep, it's just about ready where we can put the other transfer on there. Set this aside for just a sec, and we'll go ahead and get the pumpkins on this one. So you can just mix and match to your heart's content. So I just wanted to have some pumpkins on here to match the pumpkin ribbon in the wreath. Just put a pumpkin up here. Kind of tilted just a little bit. And I'm only going to get the pumpkin. So I'm going to get a smaller squeegee and put just a tiny bit of this paste on here. I'm being really careful to only get the pumpkin. There's one pumpkin, and then I'm going to put another one right down here. It. Scrape the extra back in the jar. That's going to be so cute. Okay, let's see. I have a wet towel. I've got some of that on my fingers, so I don't want to touch the wood. Okay, so we're going to let that dry a little bit. Give it a little dry here. And we'll let that one just kind of sit and dry on its own for a minute. And this one should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up my torch again. Hey, Ricky! How are you today? Let this heat up for about 30 seconds. Start to heat up the wood. to burn. Satisfying. Just keep your torch moving. Kim, I'm using the transfers that I sell. You'll find them on charmingchalkart.com. They're a reusable silk screen transfer. You can use them 10 to 12 times. And doing wood burning with them is just one of many, many things that we can do with these transfers. So that's how I get the design onto the wood, is with the detailed transfers that I sell. And then I'm using a torch paste that I bought from someone that makes it. So now I'm just kind of going back over and darkening up any spots I want to get a little darker. Like I said, I like kind of a dark burn. Okay, so see how detailed those flowers are, and they just burn perfectly. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, Kim, I put the torch paste on instead of the chalk paste. Correct. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can get these pumpkins burned in here, and then we will have our wreath sign done. Bit. It should be good to go. Isn't that cool, Kim? For sure. Awesome, Rookie. Just get a hold of me when you're ready to order. We're just going to do the pumpkins that I added to this design. I'm going to really concentrate just on where I laid down the pumpkins. how cute is that? A little pumpkin. Put this one up at the top. Sorry guys, I'm not paying attention to comments right now, so I don't burn this too much. Okay, that gave me exactly what I wanted. So there is our wreath sign with the pumpkins added. How cute is that? My goodness, I love that. Okay, so we're gonna get this thing cooled off. And then once you're done, I like to, for these types of things, I'm going to add a little bit of food grade safe mineral oil. But first, I'm going to wipe down that charred area, and you'll see that it will get that extra char off there. So you can see that paper towel gets the burnt, so that is burnt right into the wood. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of mineral oil, and you're going to see how pretty this wood is. Oh, that's so pretty. Just glistens and shines. Does it smell while you're burning it? Yes, Shirley, you do have, you want to be in a pretty well ventilated area, because it does have an odor of burning wood. Go ahead and clean this up real quick. Thank you, Kim. But I love a good wood fire, so the burning wood smell doesn't bother me a bit. Okay. So now we have our wreath sign done. Let me go ahead and set this aside, and I'll show you what we're putting this in. Get my area tidied up a bit. So this sign I'm going to take out and spray to seal it, because this will be on a wreath that will be hung outdoors. Let me go ahead and open this up a little bit, and then I'll bring the wreath over. So this is the wreath that it's going on. Some hangers on it first. Let me getting just quite ready. Hang on. Make sure I've got the right staples in here. And I need a couple of pieces of foam. Let's see, I think I have an old piece under here I can cut some off of, because I don't want the staples going through to the front of this. So we'll just cut some foam. It is cool. Just one more amazing thing you can do with our products. Get all that beautiful detail on some wood. Okay, so I just really need small little pieces. This about in the middle, and I'm going to grab a couple of pipe cleaners. I'm going to make them super extra long so I don't have to fight with it going through the wreath. Again, this is going to look so cool with a wood burnt sign, I think. Oh, wait a minute. I did want to maybe add, I was thinking about adding, the wreath has some of this jute tubing. I was thinking about doing a small bow. Either that, or I may use some jute twine. Let's just see what I like. Just want something really small. I don't like that. Maybe we'll do some jute twine. Let's go ahead and put these on first. Some hot glue. I think one should be enough. One should do it. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Tina. Okay. Yep, that's just fine. Didn't go through. Twist them in that glue to make them really stick. Not going anywhere. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry for a minute and some jute twine out here. this around. Yeah, I'm gonna like this a lot better. Let's get a little bit of rustic detail on there. Will be nice. Just want a little tiny bow on here. Hey, Jana. Okay, that looks good. Now we can put it on the wreath. Just work these down through there. Oh, you guys, how cute is that going to be? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's perfect. I even picked the perfect color wood, because woods are lots of different colors. I think that's where I want it. Add a twist. And then I made a couple extra bows. I may add some greenery on this, I'm not sure. Okay. Make sure I'm going around the wire frame here. Okay. Oh my gosh, how cute is that, you guys? Look how pretty. Okay, so then I made a couple other bows. Kind of accent. Thinking about putting one down here, kind of underneath the sign. keeps bending on me. There we go, there we go. Cute. What do you think, guys? Are you liking it? Give me some hearts if you're liking this rustic wreath. Hi, Mary Lou. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, thanks for the hearts. All right, guys, I'm so happy you're liking it. So cute. So cute. Just kind of put these around the sign. And then I thought I would put another one up here at the top. That in there. How have you been, Elizabeth? Good to see you. Here. Gotta feel your way. So really this wreath wouldn't need anything else. It's got the beautiful bows and the jute tubing and all the gorgeous ribbon, and now our beautiful burnt sign. I'm so happy with it. Okay. So there we have it, guys. Our rustic burnt fall wreath. I just think it's so pretty. And that sign is just perfect for this design. So one more thing you can do with Chalk Couture. I mean, that is why I joined Chalk Couture several years back, because I could make my own custom signs. And that's what kind of sets you apart from everyone else. And then it also is an entirely new revenue stream for my business, because I can do all kinds of wall decor and just everything. Thank you, Shirley. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this wood burning tutorial and sign making, and I